inspired, okay, and encouraged, and your spirit uplifted to speak to the Lord. That is why, or to hear from the Lord, Elisha many times summoned musicians to play music while he meditated on the Lord to listen. You know why? Because music to Elisha was that creative element. It was that element that drew him closer to the Lord. With me, because I've been drawing since I'm a little girl, okay? The Lord put a lot of creativity in me. The Lord, because the house was so bare, I have to tell you, it was a reflection of my soul at that point. I had been stripped. I had been stripped down to nothing so the Lord could fill me full of everything he wanted. And so the house was completely bare. It was not inspiring. It was not uplifting. It was very sad. And the Lord said, no more. I want you to do this. I want you to decorate for the seasons. And each season, I want you to change it. Because why? The Lord created the seasons. And in different, you know why he wants us to change it too? He wanted me to change it? Because in different seasons of our lives, God does different things. And those decorations reflect that. That in different seasons of my life, God was doing different things. He was doing new things. And yes, the decor got so much more refined and reflected the Lord so much more than when I first started. Now you will see joy everywhere, joy to the world. Oh, holy night, sleep in heavenly peace. As for me and my house, we will serve the Lord. I have it everywhere here, okay? Faith can move mountains. Faith and love and hope and family. So I have things of the Lord all over, okay? I have so much joy around the house. It is a reflection of where my life is at now. When I first started, there was no joy in the house. Now you'll see joy everywhere. I have the words joy written everywhere because the joy of the Lord is my strength. It is a reminder to me when the Lord has me do this, reminding me every day, look around, Amanda. The joy of the Lord is your strength. And as for me and my house, we will serve the Lord. That is in the center. That is in the center of it all. When you first walk in on that wall, the first piece you see is a very simple wooden frame that says, as for me and my house, we will serve the Lord. And times are different now. We dress different. We look different. Our hair is a little different. We have tools that we didn't have. Men out there that want to scream about Christmas and have no problem using power tools and electricity, which the Bible doesn't speak of. It only speaks of using an axe. You see what I'm saying? So we have to do everything with discretion, with what the Lord wants us to do going forth, keeping that in mind. And what's the intent? What's our intent? Okay? That is what the Lord is big on, is intent and consent. Remember those two. What's the intent and what is the person consenting to? Okay? Because yes, I understand that with Santa, if you rewrite the words, you get the enemy's name. And Santa can be a bit of a distraction, and you have to be careful with those things. I stay away from them personally. The Lord has asked me to. I have to obey, but you have to understand I'm walking in a different calling that requires different things of me for the Lord to do with me what he needs to do. So that's what I would encourage you. Go to the Lord about it. Talk to him about it. Really listen for what he has to say, because there's a lot of hypocrisy going on. And I will tell you something my mentor said, Barbara, that was very fascinating. She said, those that want to yell about Christmas, she said, a lot of the people yelling about Christmas are going to church on Sundays. Sunday isn't the Sabbath. Saturday's the Sabbath. So they want to yell about Christmas, but maybe they should think more about the Sabbath. Maybe they need to think more about that. Because, and that was a very fascinating point she made, very thought-provoking. And no, I'm not saying don't go to church on Sunday. I'm just saying she happened to make that point for those people that are screaming that they're doing these things. And that you need to take the plank out of your own eye, right? What does he say? You have to remove the plank from your own eye. You have to take the speck of dust out, right? Before you can go removing it from anybody else. So I just encourage you to think about it and to pray to the Lord. Ask him for the answer. And also, when you're looking at verses in God's word, read the entire chapter. Understand who the person was that wrote it. Look at the chapter as a whole, okay? Because many times you have to look at the chapter as a whole to get the full effect and intent of not only what the person writing meant, but of what the chapter is truly about. So I hope you guys enjoyed this today. I hope it was thought-provoking for you. I pray you go to the Lord about it. Always, I ask you to go to the Lord and pray. And I hope you enjoyed this broadcast. And I thank you for all your prayers. I thank you for your comments. I do read your comments. I'm sorry I cannot reply to everyone. I am trying. At some point, all of you will get a reply from me. I am so humbled and appreciative of that. And I will say I am humbled by what the Lord is doing with this channel. It is all him. I am a vessel. And I know I'm nothing without God. And I understand even in the hardest times, we all go through hard times, including myself. We all go through times we're frustrated. But what's important is we plow through with the Lord, because that creates endurance, and that also roots us more so the enemy cannot get us to fall. And so I encourage you to continue to do that as well, and to enjoy your time with the Lord. Enjoy your time with him. Have milk and cookies with him right now. You know, I mean, there's tons of Christmas cookies right now. You know what I mean? Holiday cookies, sugar cookies, whatever you want to call them, okay? They're out there. Get some of your cookies, sit down with a glass of milk, put a plate out for the Lord, put a cookie on it. He loves those things because you are really making a statement to how real he is. So, and how much you want him to be your father, and you want to sit down and be able to talk with him. Do that with him, because it cultivates you hearing better from him. This is why the Lord asked me to do certain unique things that he may not ask everybody to do, because different callings, different gifts, different walks in life require different things, require different tasks from the Lord. So, yeah. So I just encourage you guys to keep on marching in the Lord, soldiers. Keep on marching in the Lord, because I'm praying for you. I love you. Keep the faith. God bless.